I think before we continue with this video, we need to discuss one or two things. One of which is crossovers, like this. So the FJ is now in what is known as a crossover. This is a situation where you have two wheels on opposite corners of the car with traction and the other two wheels without traction, and those two wheels spin freely. Now, to defeat a crossover like this, you can either engage a differential lock, which locks the axle so you have drive and you can drive through that, or you can do what the Jeep does. The Jeep has enough suspension travel so that it can keep its wheels on the ground even in a twisting situation like that. You can also have different vehicle lengths that enable you to handle situations like that differently, approach it differently. But in this case, the Greenland is going to have to rely on a fourth option. It's already a shorter wheelbase, which has some advantages, but in F-Trail that's not going to be enough. You're on steep climb with a tight crossover. So the Land is unfortunately going to need to rely on momentum. Now, momentum is what makes this kind of video look very scary, as you're starting to involve speed into the equation. But that's unfortunately what it's going to need to do. So keep that in mind when you watch the rest of the video. It's going to need to move faster to try and get over the cross axle and get grip again beyond it, and we'll have to see if that works.
Yes, come on. Come on, line je helemaal weg. Kijk of dit geen verdrukking
is. Hierheen gaan in een okzakkel. So in this case, momentum was not enough to get the Landy through. He could have used a little bit more momentum, but he was running out of space with the Landy sliding into an area where he couldn't maneuver anymore. And using more momentum would start risking damage to the vehicle. The Landy is going to need a winch. And those three vehicles are not going to attempt it. What? Gaan nou kyk. Lyk of hy werk. I'm gonna try and get a slightly different angle. Jy volg net die spoor hier op tot heel bo en hy's plat. Now let me go with you. Dirk sal hierdie maklik maak. The victory pose. F-trail at the top. These group of experts are advising me that this is actually a great fall, but I'm still not going to advise people to do it. So 6 out of 10 vehicles made it to the top. For a reference, the high crowns, we've abseiled it once. We had to knot 2 climbing ropes together because the climbing ropes are 50 meters and that's 80 meters. We abseiled it and we had problems with the abseiling gear heating up, getting too hot. So we had to stop in the middle. In the end, you had to bypass the knot in the middle.
Obviously, yes.
Rich flexing there. Little Jeep. Like, I'll just put my foot out there.
Look at that.
Where's Kevin? That's that.
A little more left, more. Jy kan reguit kom. Right, so it seems that's the end of trail riding for day one. Not everybody made it to the top, but 60% is not bad for F-trail, I think. Kind of expected it to be around that. Tomorrow is another day. See you on that one.